young Metro, don't trust you, I'm gon' shoot you.
Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. Beautiful morning.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome. My name is Laura, if you do not know. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this book right here. It is called Follow Me Back by A.V. Geiger. I just finished this book yesterday, and girl, this book is crazy. This book sort of mixes contemporary with a psychological thriller. And it's also actually originally a Wattpad book, so it was written online and it got turned into an actual physical novel. So that's really cool and exciting, and I always love supporting Wattpad authors, so that was a really cool aspect of this. But this book was absolutely insane. By the end of this book, I literally was on the edge of my seat reading it. I was like freaking out. It took me 2 days to read it. It was super fast paced, such a quick and easy read. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really did like it, and it is also the first book of a series. So you should know that going in, because there's some things that happen in this book that don't get resolved in this book, so you might get a little agitated. I'm just gonna go ahead right now and give you guys a spoiler-free synopsis. Most of this video will be spoiler-free, except for a small portion at the end where I do want to talk a little bit of spoilers, because I know a lot of you guys have read this book. I asked on Twitter yesterday if you guys wanted a book talk, because I literally can't stop thinking about this book. I need to talk about it and talk with you guys about our feelings towards it. I need to chat about this book. I can't stop thinking. So yeah, I'm here doing the book talk. So I'm just gonna get into it and tell you guys about this book. So Follow Me Back. It is told in dual point of view. So one of the characters' names is Tessa and the other's is Eric. Tessa is this teenage girl who had a really traumatic event happen to her prior in the summer. This takes place in the late summer through December. So something happens to Tessa early in the summer that you don't know about when you start the book. Something happens to her that makes her really scared to leave her house and leave her bedroom even. And this actually has like a psychology word for it. I can't really remember what it is, but it's basically she's scared to leave her house in fear of something bad happening or something like that. But Tessa is just a teenage girl. She has this boyfriend that she doesn't really see that often because she literally doesn't leave the house. She has her psychologist that comes to her house to help her and talk to her, so you see scenes with that. But one thing you should know about Tessa is that she's absolutely obsessed with this celebrity named Eric Thorne, who I kind of believe to be like the Justin Bieber of its book, you know what I mean? So he's kind of like that, a teenager as well, like really hot, all the girls love him, has a lot of fans. So yeah, she's obsessed with him, and she started writing fan fiction about him on Twitter, and she has a lot of followers on Twitter because of this fan fiction, and she's obsessed with Eric Thorne. That's just kind of her life. Then we have Eric Thorne, the celebrity. Now, Eric Thorne is really sick and tired of being pushed around by the people he works with, by his record company, and he's just kind of sick and tired of being famous. He doesn't care about his fans on Twitter that just aimlessly tell him like, you're so hot and stuff. Like, he doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care about his music as much because it feels like nobody actually cares about his music. His manager annoys him, everything kind of annoys him. And so one day, Eric Thorne is like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of girls reacting how they do to me. Like, they won't just like leave me alone. So he decides to make this fake Twitter account and attempt to ruin Eric Thorne's reputation. And in doing so, he decides to message Tessa because his publicist keeps telling him, this girl's writing this fan fiction. She started this hashtag on Twitter called #EricThorneObsessed, and it's been like #1 trending for the whole month. Like, you need to follow her back. So on his fake account, he follows her and he attempts to troll her. She replies because she gets agitated, but guess what happens, guys? Guess what happens? They start actually talking and start having deep conversations and start understanding each other, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. So with that synopsis, you're like, girl, like that sounds like a basic contemporary, like what do you mean psychological thriller? Well, I will tell you. In between the chapters, there's like a chapter with her point of view, a chapter with his point of view, but there's also chapters that take place in December, so like 4 months later, and they are a police investigation, and they're told in like manuscripts from the day that they had the investigation, and the investigation involves both Eric and Tessa, but you literally have no idea what it's about. This isn't a spoiler. Literally the first page of the book is a part of the investigation, so that's not a spoiler at all. So basically the book is like you're reading investigations, and then you're also reading like what happened 4 months prior, and you're just kind of like waiting for them to collide, and then a bunch of stuff happens. It was honestly super fast paced. I kind of felt like it was going nowhere at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, but as soon as it started getting into like the more interesting stuff, it went super fast and it was so crazy. I was like sitting in my bed last night like, oh my god, like I was just so panicked, and it was just crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it actually was kind of thrilling to read, so I did enjoy that aspect of it. I hope you guys go out and get the book and read it, and then you can come back here and discuss, because literally last night I was so like out of my mind crazy, like I needed to talk to somebody about this book, and there's like 2 reviews of it on BookTube, so I had to make one so that if somebody reads this book and they're like in panic mode and they need somebody to talk to, I'm here, I got you. So yeah. But if any of that sounds interesting to you guys, I really recommend you go pick it up so you can be a part of the discussion and we can talk about this book. It was super easy. I literally flew through this thing. It was so fast. I'm really excited to read the second book, which is not coming out until next year, so that's kind of upsetting. But yes, Follow Me Back by A.V. Gager. It actually still is on Wattpad, but I hear that the 2 versions are actually kind of different and skewed. I actually went on Wattpad to like check it out. The Wattpad book goes further than this one, but I was really confused. So clearly they are a bit different. But yes, I'm going to be talking about some spoilers for this book now. If you guys have any questions about this book regarding anything that I just said, you can leave it down below. Be careful though, because I don't know if people are going to leave spoilers, or you can at me on Twitter at LovelyLikeLaura and ask me there. So yes, I'm going to say bye to non-spoiler people now, and I'm gonna get into some of the details of this book. Okay, so literally last night I finished this book and I just went on Twitter and I was like, I'm so confused. Somebody help me. I don't get it. What's going on? Because the ending of this book really had me shook. That rhymed. Oh my god. No, but seriously, I'm so confused by the last chapter of this book. So like, what happens at the end, right? So the whole thing where the guy from her summer camp thing comes and he's like crazy and he thinks they're like in a relationship and he's stalking her, and he was replying to her on the DMs and he was reading the DMs. Oh my god, you guys, I literally, as soon as it clicked like what was going on the night that she was supposed to go and meet Eric for the first time, my heart stopped. I was like, no, like, no, this cannot be happening to this girl. She literally has not left the house for like months, like literally like 6 months. This girl has not left her house and it is about to be completely ruined. Like, I was so panicked. Like, I finished this book so fast once I got to that part. I was like, oh my god, like flipping the pages in panic. Like, oh my god, and it was just, I can't even deal. So yeah, we have that whole thing with Blair, and then we have the ending where like they come to terms with it, they figure out what happened. Tessa sort of forgives Eric and kind of comes to terms with the fact that this is like Eric, the celebrity that she's been talking to, and she's kind of like confused, sort of shook, like, yeah, we all get it. But at the very end, you know, like after they go into her house and that last little chapter comes up from the police department where they're talking about like a body, and they're like, oh yeah, the body will probably show up once the snow goes down. Like, do you think it was Eric Thorne? Like, I don't know, maybe. Like, what? What? Like, I'm so confused. Like, I'm so lost. 127% lost. So, if anybody wants to explain, like, is it Blair that they're talking about? Because I thought Blair got locked up. I don't have any other like ideas. I really don't know. Like, I'm actually genuinely confused, and I don't know if it was like blatantly stated in there and I just like missed a whole paragraph or something, but if somebody could please go down below and explain it to me, like, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, genuinely, I'm just really confused. I hope one of you guys can explain it to me. I hope I'm not dumb. Like, I just really don't know. Overall though, I really did like the book. I thought that the relationship did progress really nicely, and you know, it kind of started and it was lighter, but then it got cuter, and then like she finds out he's a guy, obviously. That kind of made her really nervous, but then she gets over that and they just kind of start developing into this relationship, and he writes the song Snowflake about her, and it was so cute. And then yeah, to the ending, I just thought it was super cute. I wish she sort of had more of like a reaction when she met him. I guess she did go through a lot that day, but for her to just sit there and be like, you're Eric Thorne, like, why are you here? Like, did not float right with me. Like, you're the biggest fan of Eric Thorne, like you write fan fiction about him and he's standing right in front of you and you're gonna say like, what? Like, why are you here? Like, I don't know. It just didn't really seem fitting to me, but you know, whatever. I don't know what else to say about this book except that I need the second one. I need to figure out what is going on in this world. I need to know what that last chapter meant. I don't know. Like, just help me down below. Please, somebody tell me. I don't know. But yeah, guys, let me know all of your thoughts on Follow Me Back down below, because I'm really curious what you guys have to say about it. I don't really have many spoilery things to say, but if you have questions about my opinions on anything, definitely leave me a comment down below and I will totally get back to you about that. But overall, I did really like the book. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you've not already. Thank you guys so much for watching this book talk. If you want to see more book talks, definitely let me know down below as well. But other than that, I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!